Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm excited to share with you my recommendations for Mother's Day. Mother's Day is the perfect time to buy your loved one a fragrance because a lot of moms don't splurge on fragrances, so getting them as gifts is really nice. So I wanted to share with you kind of my top recommendations. There's so many that I could share with you, but I wanted to just kind of give you some ideas so that you can maybe think outside of the box. So I hope that I succeed in doing that today. But before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. Join the Weird and Wonderful family. It would be awesome to have you part of the community. And yeah, if you already are a part of us, you're amazing! And let's get started. So first of all, the fragrances that I would choose, number one on my list would be Chanel Chance au Tendre. Now, I don't own that one. I would love to own it. But I think it's a great option. It's classy. It's a Chanel, so usually that's fairly exciting and special. Plus it's just a beautiful fragrance. So it has quince and grapefruit. It's kind of a bright, fruity floral is essentially what you're getting. It's sweet, it's light, it's classy. It's just a gorgeous fragrance that I think many women would like. I would probably steer clear from just straight on florals because sometimes those can be headache inducing. So sticking with a fruity floral I think is a better option. So another one that I think is actually really beautiful that I've recently smelt is Irresistible by Givenchy. So that is got some pear in it, so it was kind of a pear rose combination that I just thought was really beautiful. It was bright, it was a little bit mouth-watering, again quite classy, lasted on the skin a fair amount of time, and I think is an excellent option that many women would enjoy. Another one that's actually quite affordable would be Trussardi Donna. I have to include this one because I know of so many women that love it. It's a lemon, it's lemon with a few florals just kind of supporting it, but it's got lemon and yuzu. So it's been described as a freshie for non-freshie lovers. So, you know, this bright lemon citrus, super happy, and yet so classy, long lasting, and very affordable. So this is an excellent option. And the presentation, like the bottle, is just absolutely stunning. So something like this would be a fantastic option. Part of me feels like going with something like a L'Interdit, which is a beautiful fragrance. I would steer clear of something like this for a gift if you don't know their tastes, because it's a syrupy, this one has pear, but it's a heavy tuberose. So if it tends to lean heavy on the florals, depending on what type of floral they like, they may not want to go with something like this. That said, if you know that they like a certain fragrance, another fantastic way to get a fragrance that they're likely gonna love is to go with a flanker. So if your mom owns L'Interdit by Givenchy and you know that, then to go with one of the flankers may be a fantastic idea. The EDT version is a lighter version. It's a little bit brighter, a little bit more linear, but it's so happy and great for summer. This one's a little heavy for summer. So the EDT version of L'Interdit is a great option. If you know that they're kind of looking for something a little bit sexy and they own this one, the Intense version has a sesame seed note that's beautiful. The Rouge version is really sexy, kind of dries down into almost like a root beer scent. Both are sexy and amazing. And so if you know that someone likes a certain fragrance, if there's a flanker that goes with it, that's another option. The only thing you have to be careful of is sometimes they're too similar. But like for instance, with the La Petite Robe Noir collection, I've got 3 different versions and I feel justified in having all of them. The Intense version is a total departure. I have the Légère version, or the hippie chic version, and the Black Perfecto. This is a little bit lighter, a little bit more flirty, happy. This one's a little bit darker with a little bit of leather in it. Both have similar DNAs, but there's enough of a departure that I'm happy to have both. Another one, if you know your mom likes something like Alien, is to go with one of the flankers from Alien. Alien has tons of flankers, so the Eau Sublime version is what this one is. So beautiful. So doing something like that is kind of more of a sure bet. If you're not quite sure what they may like, but they really are in love with a certain fragrance, is to just get them a flanker to kind of expand their collection. Now, another great option when purchasing a fragrance for Mother's Day is to actually go with a travel spray. So travel sprays, they don't break the bank. So if your budget is a little tighter, but you still want to treat her to a beautiful fragrance, doing something like a travel spray is a fantastic option. Travel sprays tend to run, retail around $40, $35, $40 Canadian, up to 70 if you're going with some of the niche or like a Tom Ford. Even Parfums de Marly, their travel sprays are reasonable. So if you know that they're loving that niche fragrance, but you can't spring for a full bottle, doing something like a travel spray is a great way to allow them to try out a fragrance. So travel sprays, I highly recommend. These two are Princess by Kilian. It's a tea fragrance with marshmallow in it. It's just delectable. And then I've got Ellis Brooklyn B. This one is a honey, vanilla, spicy. It's delicious as well. I love it. And I love the Ellis Brooklyn bottle like that. I love that color. And it's kind of like translucent but opaque. Like, I just love these glass Ellis bottles. Another option that I think is excellent is going with Sephora in the States has a version of perfume samplers. In Canada, our Shoppers Drug Mart has these perfume sampler boxes. So it has a selection of perfumes. They're usually around $100, but they come with a gift card. So they get to smell all these different fragrances, and then they get to pick one of the fragrances, bring their coupon in to buy to get a full bottle. And they vary in size. Sometimes they're 30, sometimes 50, sometimes 100, depending on the price of the fragrance. But it's a great option, and they're oftentimes, like if there's quite a few in there that a woman likes, buying the perfume sampler box is oftentimes more affordable than buying the actual perfume on its own. So you buy the box, you get kind of a discount on your fragrance. So the perfume sampler boxes from Sephora or Shoppers Drug Mart are great options for gifts, especially if you have no idea what they like. Another fantastic option is to buy a little discovery kit. Sephora has quite a few. I have this Floral Street one. These run around $25 to $40 usually. And this is, again, such a fun little treat. They're not big, obviously, but you can try out all these different fragrances and really find something that you love. Out of this discovery set, I ended up loving Wonderland Peony and Ylang Ylang Espresso. Still want to get Black Lotus as well. These two are really kind of skanky, but I just love them. But anyway, it comes in a nice little box. It's always fun to be able to sample perfumes at your leisure. So getting a discovery kit is an excellent idea, but you could always make your own discovery kind of perfume sampler kit as well. So you could buy this for $25. The Floral Street fragrances run about $105. So you could always buy a Sephora gift card with this and then say, choose the fragrance you love the most and go purchase the bottle. So doing something like that to me is fantastic, because then you really ensure that they're going to find something that they love. So Replica, they also have a beautiful discovery kit. Now, of course, those fragrances are a little bit more. I think they're around 150 plus. But what an awesome way to, you try a bunch of fragrances in the Replica line or the Maison Margiela line. There's so many different variations of fragrances. So there's going to be something for pretty much anyone in something like that. So if you want to go a little bit more pricey, to go with the Discovery Kit and put a Sephora gift card with it, would be just an amazing, amazing gift. So many different ways to purchase fragrances. Another way that you can actually get your mom a beautiful fragrance that's a little bit more affordable, especially if she is kind of pining after some niche fragrances, but they're just too much, is to buy, to go with one of the dupe houses. So there's Dua fragrances, there's Be Layered, there's Okcha. Okcha is Canadian, has tons of beautiful dupe type fragrances. Juliana's Perfumes is another one that I've just recently been exploring. Really impressed with the quality, and fragrances like these ones and Juliana's Perfumes, Duas, I think they're all extrait de parfum, so you're getting like a really high quality dense fragrance for a way more affordable price. Honestly, my recommendation would be to go with something like a perfume sampler, or to buy like a little sample gift set and then buy a gift card to go with it, so that they can purchase the perfume. Once they've sampled, they can choose the one that they like the best. So I think that that's an excellent idea. I don't know, maybe you guys disagree with me. If you do, well, I'm sorry. But even like I said, like if you can't afford the whole perfume, to go with a sampler is a fun little thing. And you definitely get a decent amount of fragrance. Like these are 1.5 mils. So you're getting like 10 mils of perfume for 25 bucks. So anyway, I will have everything linked down below. I hope that this was helpful. Leave your comments down below as far as what your recommendations are for fantastic Mother's Day gift. And other than that, I hope you have an amazing week, and we'll talk to you soon.